Okay, today I'm going to talk about the Z-pinch planetary formation. This is where a planet forms in a berkland current, which is part of an EM field. Okay, a wave pulse of energy is fired from a sun. Its construction is a double helix vortex which, when it meets an electrical EM field line, it follows the EM field line and so turns into a rolling wave. Now, as you can see, I've got a picture of the sun there with its EM field bands flying out, and you can see the straight lines there. Those straight lines are where the berkland current double helix vortex turns into a wave as it travels perpendicular to the original flow and follows the EM field left and right. I have confirmed this on video with a 4K video of the sun and my constructed design of how vortex to wave occurs, shown here. Now, when the energy pulse lessens, there is no more matter sent. There is only energy being sent. The opposing rotating waves pull in matter, like a scroll unrolling or rolling up. The EM field line rotates the matter and strips it from the double helix vortex and transforms it to the pinch point wave. Planets are created both spinning clockwise and counterclockwise. All planets spin counterclockwise except Venus and Uranus. The following diagram shows why. This vortex attachment is also how moons are connected to planets, which also spin counterclockwise. Okay, so we have three diagrams of the same thing. Let's just, the top picture is the wave picture I've drawn on the right, which was confirmed by vortex to wave movement that we can see on the video. So as you can see, we have different rotating EM field lines that come from the sun. This is because energy has a left and a right rotation. The left rotation is traveling counterclockwise, the right is traveling clockwise. So there is a counterclockwise and clockwise repetition of alternating rotations as the sun moves out. Now I've drawn all the lines there showing the different rotations, and at the very end there you can see Venus and Uranus, which is attached to a reversed spin as compared to the rest of the planets. This is merely because the EM field coming from the sun, when energy goes into it, it either rotates clockwise or counterclockwise. Now, because energy travels in a double helix wave, I have drawn it as a scroll because that's actually what it is. It's pulsed energy, which is the galaxy S, and they perform an interlinking wave where they roll into each other and through each other. So it can be described as a double helix scroll. Now, once the matter has been sent out, the waves, the vortex turns into waves on the sun's EM field lines. And that's why we are rotating, because energy is coming as a straight pulse from the sun, which is why we have a disk facing quiet. This is because energy is automatically funneled to us because we are attached by vortex to the sun. Once it hits the EM field barrier that the Earth is being rotated on, which is counterclockwise, the energy is pulled in both directions. You can see from the arrows there, it says DH, DH, and I have arrows going in two different directions. This is because it is an interlinking wave, and one slots into the previous one. So, once the waves hit the field lines, they are immediately halted at the field line, and then matter is rolled up like a scroll. So as you can see from the arrows, they are all pointing into the scroll. So they roll up, and they roll into a single scroll and strip the matter from the vortices. Now you have the EM field from the sun, which is coming from the South Pole and up into the Earth, and from the North Pole and down into the Earth. And because they are forcing compression by traveling through each other as an interlinking wave, this then becomes a sphere, which we can see on the right-hand side bottom there. This is why all planets' poles have a swirl at their pole. This is because when this was liquid matter, it was rolled up like a scroll, and then it was crushed together through itself in an Ouroboros torus EM field, because that's how energy reacts when it changes from a vortex to a wave, and then it's held in space with four opposing rotational directions. So at the bottom there we see the sun. We have now cancelled out the movement of the scroll rolling up because the scroll is now there, and then energy from the EM field up and down forces the planet to pass through itself, which gives us the planetary swirl at every pole. So the Z-pinch planetary formation wave is actually a scroll of matter. This formation of planets is the same as smoke travel. It is radiation travel, which is electrical in nature, and all energy travels the same, from a double helix vortex to a double helix horizontal wave. This is also carried on through into mythology and religion. There are carvings on rocks with vortex to wave around the sun. And eventually these would link up and form a double ring around the sun. And then you have swirls on rocks, which is EM fields that are viewable in our atmosphere because our atmosphere works the same as the sun. So you get these different kinds of swirls. You have religion's alephs of God, which is a bull's head, which when viewed from above is actually a galaxy S. You have the ram's head, which is actually a rollover halo wave. You get the T formation in smoke, or the galaxy S when it's in space with no atmosphere. And all are electrical, vortex, or wave. So T from the side view, or a galaxy swirl from the end view. Thanks very much. My name is Lee, and I'm a Christian.